not the video I thought I'd be making just yet, because I forgot this was coming out this month. This has been moved up to priority vlogs for, I think, obvious reasons. And you know the title, you know what we're reading. Heartstopper Vol.6 came out yesterday in the UK, so that's July 2nd, or it came out today, I can't remember. I'm freaking out. I think this is the longest Heartstopper. Oh, this is the final one. I didn't really have a list of anticipated releases this month, but if I did, this would definitely have been on it. The other thing would have been, I say this month, this year, the other book probably would have been the Experiment 42 one, which I'll get at some point once I've finished watching the series and have money. But that's not important. Oh, I'm Milo, by the way. So technically speaking, I have already started reading this, because for those of you who are unaware, Alice Osman posts the Heartstopper comic onto Tumblr and what's it called, Tapas, before releasing the book. I don't know how she's able to do that legally, but it's what she does. So I started reading it and then didn't finish it. This will obviously be a non-spoiler reading vlog because it just came out. Yeah, so I'm freaking out. So I will just be going through, like I did with my my cat picks my books I read vlog. I will be updating when I feel it's relevant and every 100 pages. And this is, I think over 400 pages. Yeah, full disclosure, I never finished, I'm not up to date with the series. I got like halfway through season 4, and then I stopped watching. Yeah. I'm very nervous, if you can't tell. Yeah. I'm expecting to finish this in one sitting, because that's generally how I work with graphic novels, not just Heartstopper, but things in general. Say at the back they've got a list of names that, because you could submit your name, I think, on from what I remember, on Instagram, and it's just all the forever immortalizing that. I did submit, but I'm unable to find my name, which is unfortunate, but oh well. So congratulations to everyone who got their names in this. I'll highlight some now. Nat Hadcroft, Alicia Thompson, Finn Driver, Julian Megon, Anastasia Holdstein, Emmy Buxton, Ruby Wilkinson, Molly Boo Baker Cook, Rose Diaz Menez, and one more, Yanis Montani. Congratulations to you and everyone else who got their names in the book. And with that, nothing else to say. I guess I'll start reading. Look at my bookmark. I got a special shoot from the hip bookmark. This isn't official. This is a template that I got off of Tumblr, printed out, and then wrote things. I was originally going to use it for my future, but that never arrived, so now I'm going to read this. There's a content warning. Please be aware that this volume of Heartstopper contains discussions about mental health and eating disorders and sexual references. For more detailed description of this content, please visit aliceosman.com/content warnings. That's good. Now we'll start reading. Woo! Okay, I was wrong. Turns out I didn't even start reading it on Tapas. I was confusing it with the beginning of volume 5. But yes, I'm only like a couple of pages in. Yeah, so it says on the blurb that Charlie wants to be head boy, so I don't really think that's too much of a spoiler. And I'm going to say the process of him becoming head boy is a lot more complicated than how my secondary school picked their head boy and head girl. Because I don't think us as students ever got a vote. Because I personally don't remember ever voting for our head boy or head girl any year, and I wish it was more serious like this. Hello, new location. I am outside in my back garden's playhouse, which was dubbed the Wendy House, presumably in 1983, because that was when it's built. This is a FNAF 4 lore accurate playhouse. That was my mum's, and obviously it's moved since it was built because it's now in our back garden. The reason I'm in the Wendy house and not is because my mum is using the office and is currently either in a meeting or doing phone calls. And usually I'd go into the living room, but my dad's currently in there watching the football. Yeah. And well, I figured I want to, as a reading vlog, you generally can presume there's going to be updates, so that's why I'm in here, because it's the only place I could think of where I'd have privacy to read and give updates by myself. And for those of you who wonder, why does the office affect me? Well, my bedroom's right next to the office, so the Wendy house it is. It is very warm in here, admittedly, but I will do what I can do. Well, with that said, now we have updates. Gotta say as much as I can. So Charlie attempting to do something that I did in my own secondary school, though admittedly I was never head boy and I was a lot younger when I managed to get it done. So I'm hoping Charlie accomplishes it, and I think I've gotten to a specific point in the trailer for the Heartstopper movie, but like the book version. And yeah, this is going to be, I already feel the angst. I'm on the verge of tears constantly reading this, and watching everything fall apart around him. Like, I know they're probably gonna be fine, but like apparently the little novella Nick and Charlie isn't canon anymore, so, or was never canon. I don't know what's going on with that, so I can't guarantee anything anymore, which is heartbreaking. Heartstopper, heartbreaker. Yeah. All of the certainty I had upon reading Nick and Charlie went down the drain, which also goes into question whether or not when Nick and Charlie show up in Radio Silence, which is my favourite Alice Osman book, whether or not that's canon as well. Though I think, technically speaking, when they show up in Radio Silence, I think that, timeline-wise, has already happened, so I'm not really sure how that would affect everything. Relax, I'm currently sat on a plastic table because the chairs are too small for me and mostly broken. This place is really fallen apart, which is heartbreaking, because I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with the reading vlog. It's just, obviously this was my mum's, and watching myself and both me and my sister played in this for years, back when it was still, sorry, placing you on a chair. Played in this for years when we were younger, down when it was still at our grandparents' place, and watching it get into this state because of my brother, who's a lot younger than us, is very upsetting. At some point, I think I'll probably tidy this properly, but we'll see. So, what I realised is that my reading vlogs will tend to always invoice some sort of side tangent. Last time it was talking about Dan and Phil and Shoot from the Hip. This time it's talking about how upset I am over the state of Wendy House, which I think is Understandable. I don't think this was her original outfit, but it's better than her being naked. I have no idea what the original thing is. Generally thought we got rid of most of our baby dolls anyway, but there you go. But anyway, that's not important to you. I will get back to reading, and then I'll get you an update. You know, I've always related more to Charlie, but I think I'm very much more so Nick now. And I'm this way, like over halfway. As I said, I finished graphic novels very quickly. I've never been in a relationship that's lasted as long as theirs. My longest relationship has been about 3 hours. Don't ask. So I don't know that aspect, but how Nick feels and what he's trying to do is how I think I am in like just friendships and every other relationship, honestly, and that feels very raw. Maybe I should have paced myself a bit more, because obviously this is very emotional and this is the last time we're going to see these characters like this. I mean, it means that Alice can work on probably not another graphic novel, more likely a book. I'm not pressuring her to make a book, though I doubt she's gonna watch this video. So you know that stupid theory where like Heartstopper was inspired by Dan and Phil because Alice Osman used to be a fanny, which I don't think is true at all, but but apparently Nick likes Formula 1, so and if you're unaware, Dan Dan really likes Formula 1, so I'm just saying. Okay, minor spoiler, but look, I was looking on the thing. I genuinely love Radio Silence so much. At some point, I'm going to reread it and annotate it, and I'm so thrilled whenever we get a reference to Radio Silence. I'm upset that we didn't get Alid in the show, because he's genuinely, I think, my favourite character, besides Nick and Charlie, obviously. And I hope at some point Alice's other books, specifically Radio Silence, get updated, get like adaptations at some point. Gotta say, I very, very much appreciate I can't remember his name, Mr. Faruk. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, and I'm not sure how I felt. I can't remember how I felt about him in the previous volumes, but I really like him in this one. Never thought Teo would be making me tear up. I love them so much. Oh God. Oh. I'm gonna miss them. I'm not even at the end of the book yet. I've still got that left. Oh. When they get mature, I'm older than them. I just realised, by like a solid year, or maybe 2 in some cases. How'd that happen? How'd we get here? Wait. So yeah, the Nick and Charlie's definitely not canon anymore, and they've directly said, maybe in another universe I'd be so stressed about Nick going to university that I'd get angry at you and we'd have a big argument and break up. And then Nick's gone, well, I think that if that happened, we'd figure it out and get back together, which is great. They're together in every universe, guys. Isn't that great? Why am I crying? Oh. I haven't cried over a book in a while. I'm not ready for this to be over. Like, at all. Spoilers for the epilogue, but look! It's them! It's the guys! Oh my god, look, it's Francis and Dan. Oh my god, that's the... Yeah, no. I love them so much. No, I'm crying again. Okay, so this bit is like literally right at the end of the book, but I feel like I need to show it, so I'm sorry, but look. Oh, look how far they came. Look how far Alice's art style came. My god. They've grown so much. Oh, I'm crying again. No. I'm finished. I'm gonna read the author's note, and then when I'm not in a tiny room that's overheating and I'm more composed, I'll do my thoughts when I sit down, and hopefully my mum's not talking. I will be making these playlists at some point. So, at my desk, cooled down a bit from the tiny room that is the Wendy house. It's so warm in there. What do I expect for July? And dried my face. I don't have the book with me currently because my mum wants to read it, so she's got it at the moment. And yeah, it's bittersweet to have finished it in one go. I probably should have paced myself a bit more, but frankly that's just how I read all graphic novels, so I don't really think there was any other way could have gone. I really enjoyed it, if that wasn't obvious. And yeah, it feels weird knowing it's ending, and we still have the... Oh, I still need to finish the TV show, and obviously the movie's coming out. I'm not sure when, but soonish. I presume it's this year, but marveling that when I got into Heartstopper through the TV show, which I assume a lot of people did, though I did have one friend in secondary school who was very proud of himself for getting into the Osmondverse before the show came out, which good for him that he knew about it beforehand. And when I started the show, I was the same age as Charlie, Tao, and Isaac, and now finishing, I'm older than all of the characters by... I mean, it's just a year difference. I'm probably the same age as Nick now in the book, but that feels so weird. I spent my latter teenage years with these characters and lived through them, I suppose. So having to say goodbye to them, as I said, is bittersweet. And there's not really anything else to say besides that. I've rated this 5 stars, and probably as a series it'd probably be 5 stars too. But yeah, I am up to date with everything Alice Oseman has ever written, besides I think a couple of digital short stories on their website. I'm excited for whatever they do next, though no rushing, obviously. I think that's the end of the vlog. I'm expecting this to be short, but every time I expect a video to be short, it's like at minimum 40 minutes. Though I can't imagine it's going to be that long considering how small of an update it is. But yeah, if you haven't read Heartstopper the series yet, I very much recommend it. And maybe, I don't know, at some point I'll do a full series reading vlog. That will probably be spoiler, but like maybe in like a couple of years, if I'm still doing this in a couple of years after, you know, the 6th volume's been out for a while. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The next video should be the video about Sleepy Bear, and then after that will be the Percy Jackson reading vlog, and then after that I'll probably do another cat thing, and we'll see about TikTok compilations. They're not my priority, admittedly, So sorry about the people who are here just for TikTok compilations. They take up so much storage, so they're on the back burner. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please come again. Bye.